This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for getting up with us on this Saturday morning. I'm Tim Gordon. This morning on Sunrise, an unimaginable scene in McMinnville. 7 overdoses and 1 person dead. Hear the radio calls from first responders as they work to save lives there. Plus, the new investigation just launched into Oregon liquor regulators. Several stand accused of rerouting the best and most expensive bottles for themselves. But before we get to all that, let's check in with Chris McGinnis for a look at our Saturday forecast. Good morning.
Saturday forecast, once the clouds burn off, I think it's going to be a gem. I think
good.
We got a real nice day on tap for us today. Here's the live look for our Wells Fargo sky camera. It's dark, it's early. We got an hour plus before sunrise. And I don't think we're actually going to see the sunrise this morning, because there's a bit of a low cloud deck that is setting up shop here. In fact, it is cloudy. Last check at PDX. It's 41 degrees right now at the airport. I've been looking for fog pockets. So far, nobody reporting any thick fog until you get a little farther north up towards, say, Castle Rock, Chehalis. There is some dense fog up there, but so far the rest will, let's try that again. The rest of the Willamette Valley is generally fog-free, but clouding up a bit. We're 30 in King City, 32 Sherwood, 30 in Astoria. So there are some cold pockets out there, especially ones that remain clear overnight. We hop over the Cascades. It's cold in Baker City right now at 17. All right, the plan for today, mostly cloudy right now. The clouds will begin to lift sometime between 9 and noon, and I think the afternoon looks really, really nice. I've got us topping out in the low to mid 50s again today. Tim?
All right, Chris, thanks a lot. See you soon. Well, a quick traffic alert for you this morning. The Morrison Bridge is closed to all vehicles, plus bikes and pedestrians this morning. This is for painting and maintenance, which will run through the weekend and wrapping up at 5 o'clock Monday morning. County officials say they have more closures planned for the end of the month for that bridge and also at the beginning of March. Well, new this morning, a fatal stabbing in southeast Portland. Police say they responded to the Lentz neighborhood just after 7 o'clock last night. That's when they found a body outside a home on Southeast 98th Avenue with apparent stab wounds. So far, no arrests have been made.
Are you guys staging for law enforcement? We have history at this house with weapons.
No, I do have confirmed 3 patients. They're all unconscious.
A rash of overdoses in McMinnville. One woman died. 6 others are in the hospital. And first responders had their hands full with this crisis. 6 of the 7 overdoses were at a single home. And it appears like many other cases, it's all because of fentanyl.
I do have confirmed 3 patients. They're all unconscious.
A tough way to start this Friday for McMinnville first responders, from fire and EMS to the police department. Called to this home on Northwest Cedar Street about 1 a.m. Inside, they found 4 people unconscious, 2 in cardiac arrest, and all the signs of fentanyl overdose.
4 people were treated. We used all the naloxone, all the Narcan that we had in our cars, and I believe fire used up theirs as well. So just multiple doses had to be administered to these people that had overdosed at the residence.
Police Chief Matt Scales says his officers were called in to help. There were 2 guns visible in the home, and they immediately got involved with medics doing CPR and delivering the opioid antidote, Narcan. In fact, Yamhill County deputies brought more Narcan to the scene to help.
Can you tap volunteers to Staff Station 1? Break Cameron, can you get more Narcan from Medic 1 before they leave, please?
You can hear from radio traffic this was an all-out life-saving effort at the home. And at the same time, 2 people were being dropped off by private car at Willamette Valley Medical Center. Police now know they were from the same home, also suffering from the same type of overdose.
Don't trust a drug dealer. Don't trust anything that you don't know where it came from, period.
Police believe all 6 were ingesting cocaine that they probably weren't aware was laced with fentanyl. Back on Cedar Street.
They've always been very nice, the people that I've interacted with. We don't ever have any problems with them.
What happened sinks in for neighbor Annika Strickland.
Just the idea that you never know what exactly it is you're going to be getting, and the way that can just literally end your whole entire life.
Unfortunately, that's exactly the result for one young woman, now dead, and the others recovering from a type of overdose all too common.
Not just in the state of Oregon, not in McMinnville, it's nationwide, we all know that. This is, when it hits smack, then it hits home.
Now, we mentioned a 7th person taken to the hospital. That person overdosing came from the Yamhill County Jail by ambulance to be treated. Well, in our homeless crisis, A partnership designed to clean up Portland camps on ODOT land is already out of money. ODOT says it provided the Rose City with $2 million for the fiscal year, which ends in June. It left it up to the city to manage those funds, and it appears the money has already been spent. ODOT says the city can continue the cleanups, but it'll have to foot the bill. Both say they're working to find more money for that program. Well, there are new developments surrounding alleged corruption within the Oregon Liquor and Cannabis Commission. The Oregon Attorney General's office says it started a criminal investigation now. According to the Oregonian, this comes after an internal investigation last year where the executive director admitted to diverting warehoused liquor for his own use, including rare and expensive whiskeys. 5 other officials were also reportedly implicated, doing the same thing, having the liquor sent to the liquor store where they then bought it and kept it for personal use or as gifts. During an interview with an internal investigator, one official reportedly fulfilled requests for liquor hundreds of times, even for legislators. Here's Lewis and Clark law professor Tung Yin.
I think the investigation itself is just simply an indication that this matter is serious enough in some sense, whether it's the scale of potential misconduct or simply the public confidence in the government, that it warrants at least having an investigation so that the public will understand that, hey, these are government regulators. In a sense, they have power over the rest of us, but there are watchdogs who are going to look into the matter.
Now, earlier in the week, Governor Tina Kotek called on the accused executives to resign. Well, the head of the Small Business Administration made stops in Portland and Vancouver on Friday. She met with local leaders and entrepreneurs to learn how the SBA can better assist small businesses. Administrator Isabella Casillas Guzman joined Washington Congresswoman Marie Gluesenkamp Perez in Vancouver on Friday morning. They encouraged entrepreneurs to take advantage of the loans and grants available through the SBA.
We have SBA loans that we're managing right now, and to talk to the administrator of those loans directly, that's a unique experience.
We want to make sure that as we make these historic investments, small businesses feel that they're connected.
Administrator Guzman also toured Portland's Alberta Commons to learn how the city is offering low-cost loans to minority business owners. Well, farm workers in Washington recently won the right to collect overtime pay in the state. But now growers, the employers of those field workers, are pushing back. A recent law gradually allows farm workers to collect more overtime pay. By next year, they'll collect overtime for every hour worked over a 40-hour work week. But a new proposal in Olympia would roll back those regulations and allow growers to choose 12 weeks out of the year where their field workers could work up to 50 hours without getting paid overtime. Now, farmers say otherwise, they'll have to cut overtime hours to 0.
They are having to seek additional work elsewhere if they want to keep earning more money, or they're going to see a net decrease in their take-home pay.
However, some farm workers say this would mean they'd be working during the busiest times of the year and making less money. They're upset the proposal is even being considered. Still to come on Sunrise, new life for a building that was once home to Portland's oldest Chinese restaurant. A local group has big plans for the building in Northwest Portland. We're going to get a glimpse into the future just after the break. And did you know you can watch Sunrise anytime you want? That's right, that's on KGW+. All of our news is on Roku and Amazon Fire. Just look for KGW and add us to your home screen, if you will, and stream Sunrise on your schedule whenever you want. We'll be right back.